Can you see the screen?
Yes.
Good afternoon, everyone. We're PYP Exhibition A. Our topic is plastic pollution contributes to marine pollution. Our theme sharing the planet, we're Global Goal 14, which is life below water. This is created by Sani Al-Abyad, Amr Ayuti, Alaya Al-Ayuti, Yusuf Saada, Karim Sharif, Yusuf Al-Udaib, Yazid Al-Maliki, and Zainuddin Saima. Please stay muted until you can ask your questions. Our success criteria is keep our cameras on, listen to one another, don't fight, raise up our hands, focus, and everybody has to contribute. What's our central idea and what are the lines of inquiry? Our central idea is healthy oceans depend on the responsibility of society to make informed choices. The lines of inquiry are line of inquiry 1, causation, what causes plastic pollution in the oceans? Line of inquiry 2, change, the impact of plastic pollution on marine life, and line of inquiry 3, responsibility, responsible actions impact healthy oceans.
The main sources of marine plastic are from unborn and storm sewer overflows, beach visitors, waste disposal and management industry activities, and plastic such as bottles. Burning plastic and other waste releases dangerous substances such as heavy metals also contributes to marine pollution. It's so sad that plastic takes up to 400 years and even longer to decompose. According to an article 2019, 80% of the litter caused in the ocean are from humans and 60% of the animals die from decomposed plastic. It takes years to decompose. According to McCarthy 2021, statistics showed that Chang or Yangtze River is the worst river for plastic pollution. This pollution was not only just harming marine life, but it's also causing some animals into extinction. The Chinese alligator is in danger and could soon be extinct.
Plastic lands into the ocean in various ways. It is dumped directly from the habitats. The reasons plastic come in our ocean area are rising human population and depends on plastic. The food industry, which packs everything on plastic bottles and container caps, plastic bags and carriers, plastic straws. Single-use plastic are the main reason for worldwide marine pollution. The problem comes mainly from single-use plastic bottles, but other sources as well. Most rivers that have plastic pollution are found in Asia. The Yangtze River alone discharges up to about 1.5 million tons of plastic.
What is line of inquiry 2? The impact of plastic pollution on marine life.
The most visible and disturbing impacts of marine plastics are the ingestion, suffocation, and entanglement of hundreds of marine species. Marine wildlife, such as seabirds, whales, fishes, and turtles, mistake plastic waste for prey, and most die of starvation as their stomachs are filled with plastic debris. Furthermore, plastics absorbed by pollutants that are floating around in the ocean and contain harmful chemicals themselves are also mistaken by animals as food. Plastic pollution has become one of the most important environmental issues around the world as it is increasing. Plastic pollution never completely biodegrades, meaning it never disappears. All it does is break down into small particles that remain in the ocean for years. These small pieces are eaten by seabirds, mammals, and any marine animals that confuses it as food. Marine mammals swim and become entangled in fish nets and general rubbish. This also causes them to suffocate and die. It has been estimated that at least 267 marine animal species are in danger and might even become extinct in years due to plastic pollution.
Line of inquiry 2. Microplastics are small plastic that measure about 5 millimeters in size. They are seen as a threat to various underwater organisms. Despite their small size, there are filter feeders like whales or manta rays that feed themselves with microplastics through filtering water. In most areas, it is best to replace conventional plastics completely to fight plastic pollution in the ocean. For example, fishing gear such as nets, ropes, and lines are but a few examples that should be focused on. It has been researched that 13,000 fishing nets are left at sea or lost as plastic in the ocean on a yearly basis. Also, these plastic nets never disappear as it is plastic.
What is line of inquiry 3? Line of inquiry 3 is the impact of
Line of inquiry 3 is responsible actions impact healthy
Three is
oceans.
responsible actions impact healthy oceans. An estimated 17.6 billion pounds of plastics leak into the marine environment from land-based sources every year. That's like pouring a bag of trash into the ocean every minute. Here are some responsible actions people could take to stop marine pollution. Recycle. Reduce the use of plastic. Become aware of plastic pollution in the oceans. Be creative. Make something that can help you catch plastics in the ocean. Reduce eating seafoods that are endangered. Stop using plastic bottles, plates, and cutlery. Avoid ocean-harming products. Join an awareness campaign for marine pollution. Example, Oceana is the largest international organization focused mainly on ocean conservation. They have succeeded in winning over 200 victories and protecting more than 4 million square miles of ocean.
It has been estimated that 90% of the plastic items people use are just to the bin after it's used. For example, grocery bags, plastic wraps, disposable cutlery, straws, coffee cup lids, and diapers. It is very seldom that we rely on those items again. A suggestion would be to use a travel mug when you visit Starbucks or to refill a bottle of water again instead of buying a bottle every day. Using a material or paper bag for shopping will lessen the number of plastic bags you collect. A lovely example of this 10-year-old girl that acted in the use of reducing plastic products. If she make a difference, imagine what changes we can make. She noticed the cheap plastic toys that came attached to her favorite magazine. She started her own awareness campaign, making magazines aware that they are wasting but also damaging the environment by disturbing these toys. Read the lovely story to see how successful her campaign became.
Thank you. These are all our references. Thank you for listening to our presentation created by Sani الأبيض, عمر عيوتي, علي العيوتي, يوسف سعادة, كريم شارف, يوسف العذيب, يزيد المالكي, and زين الدين Samuel. We're from grade 5 B Al Faris International School, Riyadh. And this is our video.
Hi, I'm Sani. I'm from Line of Inquiry 1, Exhibition A. Today I'll be talking about the line of inquiry, the central idea, the global goal, and the key concepts. So, first my line of inquiry is Line of Inquiry 1, which is causes of plastic pollution in the ocean. So, this means how plastic pollution ends up in our ocean. Our central idea is healthy oceans depend on the responsibility of society to make informed choices. Our global goal is Global Goal 14, which is life below water, and the key concepts are Line of Inquiry 1, causation, Line of Inquiry 2, change, and Line of Inquiry 3, responsibility. The problem with plastic pollution in the ocean is that it kills many animals and pollutes our ocean. And did you know that negligence, which means not being taken care of, is the main cause of marine pollution? In fact, it is estimated that 80% of marine litter comes from land. 60% of animals die from plastic pollution, hundreds every day, and according to how many animals die from plastic pollution, which is a Google search, 100 million marine animals die to plastic pollution every single year. The main things found in our ocean are plastic bags, cigarette butts, microbeads, straws, fishing gear, plastic packaging, plastic bottles, and plastic bags. Action plan. What you can do in your house to stop plastic pollution is don't throw garbage in the floor, but throw it in the trash bin. You can also recycle and reuse. What you can do outside is recycle, reduce the use of plastic, make awareness, be creative, make something that can help you catch plastic in the ocean, like a plastic catcher. Reduce eating seafood, stop using plastic bottles, plates and forks, and also spoons. Avoid ocean-harming products, eat sustainable seafood. Join Oceana, the largest international organization focused mainly on ocean conservation. Together, they've won over 200 victories and protected more than 4 million square miles of ocean.
Hello, my name is Yusuf Sami. I am in grade 5B. Our PYP exhibition topic is about plastic pollution. Our first line of inquiry is causes of plastic pollution. People are using too many plastic products instead of reusing and recycling plastic. Key concept is causation. I have learned that we should not use plastic because it's dangerous and harmful to all the environment. We should try to use bamboo utensils and bamboo straws. We should use cloth face masks and badges instead of plastics.
Today I'm going to be talking about how to use plastic pollution from your household. Make an awareness. First, say no to plastic straws, deliver your milk, use the same grocery bags, and avoid microbeads, and use reusable water bottles and reusable coffee cups. And this is an example of a reusable water bottle. This is you can reuse it more than one time. And why? Hi, this is how you use this reusable water bottle. If you finish, you can drink. I'm from Line of Inquiry 2. I'm going to be talking about how you can reduce the amount of plastic pollution in your household. We recommend using these cups, these paper cups, instead of these plastic cups. We should also recommend these paper bottles instead of these plastic bottles. And these bottles can also be recycled. If you can see like a triangle symbol right here, means it can be recycled. And right here, if you can see this symbol on a water bottle, means this water bottle can be recycled.
Good morning. Today I'm going to be talking about plastic and marine life.
So first, we need to reuse and recycle plastic. Like we can craft stuff with reusing, and we can throw them in like the different trash cans if we want to recycle. And never throw them in the marine ocean because it's gonna harm a lot of different animals.
Hi, I'm Zainuddin from Alawai 2 from Exhibition 9, and our central idea is healthy oceans depend on the responsibility of society to make informed choices. And our global goal is global goal number 17, life below water. Fish, marine mammals, and seabirds are getting injured and killed by plastic pollution. And it is believed that 700 species could go extinct because of current estimates suggest that at least 267. And here's what I do to reduce or recycle plastic. We recycle a lot of plastic bags, and we don't need them anymore. So I try to make something cool out of them, and I don't use plastic bottles, and I only use 1 cup throughout the days.
Hi, I'm Karim from Exhibition A. We're line of inquiry 3, and my line of inquiry is about responsibility, taking actions. So today we're going to be talking about my line of inquiry. First of all, we don't litter. Like, don't litter in any place. We don't throw the things on the ground. For example, that water bottle. If you see that symbol here, any water bottle means it can be recycled. So don't throw it in the garbage can. You can just go into your water cooler or any place and fill it up with water and like put the bottle in it and drink it. Don't throw it because when you throw the bottles, the trash goes in the ocean and the ocean gets polluted. Like in Indonesia, they started building houses from wood or bamboo or plastic, except of like polluting. They started doing these things. Bye.
And today I'm going to be talking about how can we save the ocean. First, number 1, recycle plastic. For example, reuse personal things. Number 2, create awareness, like posters and stuff. Number 3, stop using plastic products. Number 4, avoid using ocean-harming products. Number 5, join an awareness campaign like Oceana. Oceana is the largest group organization that has conservation of water. Okay, now let's do my action. Look, if you finish with a plastic bottle, simply throw it in the trash, or you can use it for planting. And if you have a milk carton, you can use it for grass sweepers. Thank you.
Good evening, I'm Sani from Line of Inquiry 1 Exhibition A. Today I'll be interviewing you about plastic pollution in the ocean.
Good evening, Sani, and I'm very pleased to be with you today.
What is plastic pollution and why is it dangerous?
Plastic pollution, Sani, is the accumulation of plastic objects in the environment, and this accumulation affects the lives of millions of animals and humans. Plastic is made from toxic compounds and is not biodegradable, which means it stays in the environment for a long, long time. Why is it dangerous? Well, plastic pollution is surely a life-threatening problem. Millions of tons of plastics end up every year in the oceans, threatening and killing the life there. First, the animals get trapped and strangled by all kinds of plastic waste. They also mistake small bits of plastic, such as the bottle tops and the wrappers, for food. Third, when the plastic breaks down in the ocean, it doesn't break down completely. It just gets smaller and ends up being swallowed by marine animals and birds. The tiny particles of plastic absorb toxic chemicals, and when these particles get eaten by the fish, they get absorbed into their tissues, and then the fish gets eaten by us, the humans. So the whole food chain gets contaminated because of the toxins released, and that's another reason why plastic pollution is dangerous. And by the way, it takes hundreds of years and maybe even 1,000 years for some plastics to break down.
Wow, that's very interesting information. How does plastic end up in our ocean? What are the causes of plastic pollution?
Before talking about the causes of plastic pollution, let me first stress the fact that plastic is surely an important material that we depend on a lot in our life. It is a cheap material and widely available. And the problem is not that we are using plastics. However, the problem is that we are using more plastic than we need to, which means we are overusing it. And often the plastic items that we are using are designed for a one-time use, which means we use it once and then we throw it away, like the water bottles or plastic utensils or grocery bags or preserved food in plastic containers or straws that you use to drink your milk and juice. To go back to your question about the causes of plastic pollution, sometimes the plastic objects, such as the bags and bottles, are directly dumped into the sea or ocean by some careless people. Second, much of the plastic also passes through our drains and end up in the oceans. However, the most common way for plastic to reach our water sources is because it gets blown into these sources from the streets or trash bins and landfills or parks.
How do you think we can raise awareness about plastic pollution?
This is a very interesting question, Sani. What I can think of is that we can use social media platforms that most of the young generations are now familiar with, such as YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and so many others that you and your friends are using. We can also use mass media such as the television ads or billboard campaigns. We can also encourage students in schools to engage more by reading books in their libraries, by discussing the challenges and suggesting solutions during their inquiry classes. Or they can do projects like the one you and your friends are now doing. Students can also go on school trips to engage in environmental activities such as beach cleaning.
In your professional opinion, how can we help?
Well, it's our responsibility as caring and responsible citizens to protect our environment. So we need to learn to make better choices by using fewer plastic objects. Or whenever possible, we need to opt for the biodegradable plastics, the reusable or multi-use items like the bottles, cutleries, bags, etc. We can often reuse our plastics, like using a plastic can to save clips or coins. We can reuse the bag many times, or even wash the plastic cutleries to reuse them again and again and again. We can also recycle at home, and we can create art pieces. For example, you can make a wall art or even a bench using plastic caps. You can use your creativity and do as many projects as you can think of. It is also important to help spreading awareness by making posters, for example, by donating, or even better, by volunteering in environmental initiatives such as beach cleaning. In every country, you can find environmental organizations that have regular activities to save our planet. And if you cannot find one, you can always create a group with some of your friends and protect your community in your own ways.
Are there any laws here in Saudi Arabia against plastic pollution?
Well, Saudi Arabia is an active member regionally and internationally with respect to environmental actions. There are also many environmental regulations and initiatives that are already in place or ongoing in many parts of the country. As per Vision 2030, Saudi Arabia emphasizes the need to adopt modern recycling practices and encourage recycling attitude in public. There is an integrated effort to segregate the waste at source and to recycle the wastes. There are several recycling companies that operate in the big cities such as Riyadh, Jeddah and Dammam, and the government here also encourages recycling industries and collaborates with local and international environmental bodies such as SENS and UN Environment. One of the important regulations addressing plastics pollution was issued by SASO, which is the Saudi Standards Metrology and Quality Organization, and it requires certain plastics such as the shopping bags, cases, plates and packaging to be made of approved oxo-degradable material. And when the plastics is imported in this country, it must be marked with the logo for biodegradable plastic for the government to accept it. Feel free to learn more about the different regulations and initiatives by checking the mentioned websites of these organizations.
Are there any litter laws in your community?
In general, in Saudi Arabia, there are laws against littering that are enforced and controlled by the local bodies. Did you know that dumping litter in streets will result in fines of 500 riyals if you do it the first time, and the fine will be doubled if you repeat it? There is also a law that imposes a fine of 300 to 500 riyals on those who throw trash out of the cars. But unfortunately, we still see irresponsible people not abiding by these laws. There are also ongoing efforts to promote recycling by making available in the neighborhoods colored disposal containers for separating the trash at source. For example, the organic, the plastics and metals and others. Hope the initiative covers all the streets in Saudi Arabia soon.
Thank you, Salam. That was very insightful.
My pleasure, Sani. Thank you and good luck.
This is our Instagram page. These are some posters that we found, that we did. These are some of them. And actually, this is such a worldwide problem that Netflix even made a movie about plastic pollution called Seaspiracy. And this is the QR code for the Padlet. You can scan it here to go on the Padlet. Please feel free to ask any questions.
I have a question, though.
Yes.
Okay.
For reaching the tablet now, I don't have another extra device with the QR code, but if there is a link, can you please send it?
No, there's not.
Yeah.
This is the QR code.
He wants a link. He wants a
Yes.
link to the Padlet.
Yes, I can send the link. Maybe once. Let me scan this. Does he sending it? Okay, I am sending the link.
A question.
Yes.
A question. 5B, why did you choose this topic specifically? Can
We
anyone
chose-
answer?
Yes, we chose this topic because we wanted to make awareness, and it's a big global problem, and we wanted to make awareness to help plastic pollution.
As a group, do you think these changes will come across again? Do you think you will keep on with these changes, recycling and looking after the oceans?
Yes,
Yes.
because it's a big global problem, and it'll take a lot of time to fix.
There's a lot of animals too.
This is
Okay.
the link for whoever asked.
You'll find it in the chat.
Any other questions? And this is the website. Yes.
Thank you so much. And we'll share this. Maybe you can share the link on the screen also.
I am.
He is.
Thank you, 5B. Great job.
This is our website too. And lastly,
I have a question.
Yes, what's your question?
Is it fun doing exhibition?
That's a
We
interesting
forgot to show.
question. It's a very interesting question, but I think it depends how you look at it. If you think about it just working, then it wouldn't be fun. But if you think at it as a project, and then it will be fun. Yes.
Yeah.
Any other questions?
Do you think it's fun?
No.
Yes, we think it's very fun.
Yeah, we think it's very fun.
I don't.
I'm looking on the Padlet to see if there's any questions. No one wants questions? No one has
Anybody, does anybody else have any questions?
Can anybody send the link?
Yes, we send the link right here.
Thank you.
It's right here. Go to the chat and see it.
Yeah, you said chat, but I can't find the chat because I'm in another group.
Are you on laptop or are you on iPad?
Are you not in this group?
Are you on laptop or?
Yeah, I'm not in that group, so I can't.
Okay, Sunny. Wait, I'm gonna take the link.
Here.
Okay, this is the
Here you go. I sent it here in chat.
in the meeting.
Here, you can just click the chat and you can see the first one up here.
Yeah, I know, but I can't see any chat on my screen. It's
So you don't see the chat?
Wait, I'm gonna send. Wait,
Yeah,
I'm gonna send the
I
link.
don't have the chat browser.
Okay. Would you like me? To send it to you?
No, she sent it the link. I sent it the link.
Would you like me to send you the link in private chat?
Yeah, Kareem send it. Thank you, Kareem, and thank you whoever tried.
Okay. What is your name?
Doro is tough.
Doro?
Yeah.
Here, I sent you the link in a private chat.
Okay, now, yeah, I see it.
Would anybody else like me to send them the link in the private chat?
Anyone?
Who?
Me.
What's your name?
Nasser.
Nasser?
Well,
Nasser, what?
Any Miss Natalie sent you something.
I did send a question. Good afternoon, boys.
Yeah, no,
Sani, my question, Sani, for the children is, what was your biggest challenge with the PYP exhibition?
I think one of our biggest challenges was to do everything on time and keep up with everything.
Yeah, that was our
Yes, that was the hardest thing.
And knowing how much you children enjoy your skills of communicating, because we know 5B are great communicators, did you all agree?
Yes, there might have been slight people not agreeing, but at the end, everybody agreed with everything.
So you used persuasive chat to try and convince them?
Not persuasive, but
not persuasive.
Not persuasive, but everybody agreed at the end.
Thank you.
Would anybody else like me to send them the link in the private chat?
Miss Nasir, I think we're out of time.
Yes. Thank you everybody for listening to our presentation.
Thank you and goodbye.